Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and Happy New Year. Welcome to the new decade of this century. And today we are racing at Maggiore, which is a daily race B. We are here for 4 laps. I'm using my Audi R8 and I qualified at 158.6, which is pretty slow in comparison to the top 10 in the region. So I qualified at 11th, but according to the game I was supposed to finish at 13th, so I try to keep up as much as possible, try to gain as many positions as possible. But because my safety rating and driver rating is not very good, I have fallen down. I think for this race I am at BB or something. Because of that I am racing among a lot of dirty drivers, and you might see a lot of chaos in this video. And stay till tuned because a lot of things gonna happen in the last part of the video and you surely will enjoy it a lot. The first corner of this track is very shitty. A lot of people lunge at you and they just want to gain an easy position at this track, and I usually don't do it. I'm not an aggressive driver. I like to stay calm and patient, and I usually take advantage of other people's mistake, and I try to stay behind and try to be in the split stream so that I could be as close as possible, and if the opportunity comes I could take it. Now this corner is really hard for me. I have no idea how to take it, and it is something really tricky for me. As you saw that Porsche went wide because Beetle bumped into it and we technically saved him, so he should be thankful for that. This is my favorite part of the track. I really like these S's. They are really nice and flowy and fast. I just take a little bit of the pedal over here just to be not to go beyond the track limit. So as we come down the straight, we are looking ahead at the position number 8. We have already gained 2 positions, and as we come to the fast right corner, we almost saw an incident happen. The guy at 6th in an Evo, I think he's a little bit dirty because during even warm-up session he was really aggressive. He was right behind me and he was like super aggressive and bumping into me, so I let him go, and I was really wishing that he was not right in front of me because that would have created a lot of problems for me, whether he was in front or in the back. So luckily he started at 9th, so now he's at 6th. But like I said, I'm trying to be as patient as possible, taking it easy. It's just first lap and trying to get close as much as possible. Now as we come to the end of the first lap, we have already gained 2 positions. Now we are hunting for the 8th, and because of the battle between the 3 people ahead of us, we have totally came behind them. As the Beetle went wide, we gained 1 more position, easy. As we come to the hairpin, Lambo and Supra had a little bit of contact, and said Lambo gains the position. We didn't gain anything out of it, but I think the Supra guy is pretty fast. He will gain the position easily from the guy ahead, from the Spanish, and let's see how it ends up. Now as we come to the tricky part of the track, I hate this corner. I really hate. I could have gone for a lunge, but I did not because, like I said, I don't like to do that. If I was right next to him, like even half car length, I would have taken it, but I was not, so I let him pass, I let him take it. For me, coming ahead, finishing ahead of a driver is not as important as having a good battle and having a respectful drive and having a lot of fun. I know finishing ahead is good for you, you get more points and all that, but I don't take that thing very seriously. I like to have good battles. I like to play safe. I'm not aggressive and I am very calm driver. So as you can see, the Supra took it back. Lambo did not defend it at all, and we are right behind him right now, and so we are almost at the end of lap 2, and let's see whether we can do something about it or not, whether we can get to the 7th position or not. But so far the race is going pretty good. We are very comfortable. Over here I think Lambo guy pushed a little bit too hard. He went slidey and he bumped into us. Nothing happened, no harm done. I'm okay with it. I did give him a little bit of flash of light, but it was no problem, and we went wide. I don't know, I actually missed my braking point probably, but nothing major happened. First corner is coming off the 3rd lap as we start, and we are pretty close. He's defending and he took it pretty good. And now as we come to the hairpin, he took it pretty nice. I'm very gentle at this because if you push the metal too hard, there's no chance you can recover from it. You're gonna spin pretty big, and it's race over at that point, technically. So now as we come to the straight and the hardest corner of the track, in my opinion, I'm really scared from this corner because I actually do not know how to take this corner. As you can see, I went wide. For me it's pretty hard. For other people it might be very easy, but for me it's pretty hard. Now as we come to my favorite part of the track through the S's, I really enjoy this part. This car is too good. I have tried Supra, which is pretty good, but for me I think this car is much better. The way it handles, it's a bit slidey, so I like to go sometimes a little bit oversteer, but I like this car. Now as we come to the end of this track, this straight, we will come really close, and at this point I knew that he would be braking right at the time, and I was ready for it, and I instantly went for the attack, but I actually did not plan it. So thankfully, thanks to my reflections, I could do it. Otherwise I would have totally bumped into him and it would have been such a chaotic mess. So he reacted also pretty good, and he undercut me and he took his position back, and so far we are just battling for position 7th, but he's pretty good at it. He's better at driving, but he's definitely feeling a lot of pressure. So as we come to the lap number 3's end, nothing much happened throughout lap number 4, and we come to the end of the lap number 4 and we finish this race over here because nothing much happened in the 4th lap, and we finish at 8th. Now comes to the next race. This race was pure shit. It was not fun. In this race you'll see really a bad driver. Now keep an eye on the number 5th guy, the French in 911. He's not a clean driver. You'll see what I mean. So I qualified for 9th at this position, and according to game I'm supposed to finish at 11th. So we'll try to be as above as possible from that position so that I could gain some positions, gain some points for my DR, and also try to be as clean as possible so that my SR could go up, because at this point my SR and my DR are pretty bad and I don't want to be in these lobbies. So like I said, in this track's first corner is pretty much bad. People like to lunge, as you will see right now. Luckily he did not do it, thankfully. So as we come to the hairpin, Lambo and Supra are having a little bit of battle right off the bat, and we take it nice and slow like always. I'm very patient again, try to see if anybody makes mistake and take advantage of it. Now as the Italian took number 7, now you can see clearly that Supra is purposely pushing the Lambo off the track, which I don't like. I don't know why people do it. I seriously don't understand. I mean, I did not go for the lunge. I mean, just be clean, you know. And I have no idea why did that Lambo guy got the penalty. He did not deserve it. He was pretty clean. He didn't do anything wrong, in my opinion. If you know, you can leave a comment. And now as this Spanish guy took over us, I couldn't see my racing line. I totally messed up my exit through the last left side corner, and it messed our racing line. Now as we come behind him, we will go for full attack as we had a better exit than him. Now as we come to the end of this straight, you'll see the other Spanish guy from I'm right in the middle. I actually braked. I knew something's gonna happen. It's not a good idea to go 3 wide in that corner. We gained the position, and now I told you that guy at the position 15, now he's right behind us, the Frenchman, and he's pretty shit. And now as we come through this straight towards our first right corner, you'll see he's gonna lunge at me. He's gonna give me a tap, make me go wide, and now he has pretty much a whole track, and he still pushes me wide. I pushes him wide, and I took that position back, but he tries to pit maneuver me, and that totally destroys his racing line, and he ends up losing one more position because of that. I have no idea why people are so greedy just for one position. Just for one position they would do anything. They are literally nuts, you know. So now at this point I'm a bit nervous because he's right behind me. and we still have 3 laps to go. Second lap just started and he's right behind me, and I am faster than him, but Porsche is a very good car around corners but not very good around uh, on the straights. So I had a little bit of confidence in me because I was able to stay ahead of him, gain from get away from him because of the straight line speed of my Audi, because Audi is a really quick car. So as you can see, he's right behind me. I'm really nervous. I'm constantly looking behind because I know this guy is not clean the way he treated me at the end of the first lap. But I'm trying to be as proper through the turns and try to stay away from him as possible as much and without making any mistakes. Now as we see, this Italian made a mistake. Probably he went too wide on the grass and he spun, and we gain a position. We technically gain, I think, 2 positions at this point. And the guy also had 2-second penalty. I don't know why, but it's good for us. We are right underneath his split stream, and probably we're gonna gain this position when the penalty zone comes. So we get a purple sector just because it's second lap, so nothing special. At this point, like I said, I'm a little bit nervous of him behind me, and I'm missing my apex points, but he's not, and he's actually right under my split stream also. But I don't know whether he will gain at me or during the straights or not, but let's see what happens. So now as we finish lap number 3, we are right behind German with 2-second penalties, and probably soon this penalty zone will come and we will gain this position as well. As we can see, I am being very gentle, very patient with it, not pushing the metal really hard, and just taking my time, and gonna gain the position probably now. Now as we come to the straight, German solves its penalty, and here we go, we get a position, and throughout this number 3rd lap nothing happens, and we go to number 4 lap, nothing happens, and we come to the end of the number 4 lap, and as we come to the last corner, we come at 6th throughout the track, and we finish at number 6, and luckily that French guy was not close enough to cause any more chaos to us. It was okay race, nothing special, gained few positions, I'm happy. So now this race number 3, this is pure cesspool of a race. In this race, remember I told you about that French guy, just keep an eye out for him. He's still at 15th, I qualified at 5th. You know what, whenever I qualified above top 10, like 5th, 4th or 6th or whatever, I got so nervous that I know that my race is gonna be pure shit. And now according to game, I'm supposed to finish at 15th, and you'll see why is that. Somehow game knew that the shit's gonna go down, and that is where I belong. Even though I'm at 5th, but the game thinks I am gonna finish at 15th. I mean, it's amazing. So now, like I said again, for the 3rd time I'm telling you, first corner, pretty much chaotic, very shitty, people are very greedy, they want to take easy way out and gain a position. Like I saw him coming, so I let him take it. Because of him I lost another position to this guy, I don't know where he's from, Poland or something, but he couldn't take it, so that was good. So now as we come to the right hand, let's see if anything goes down. Nothing happens, we take it nice and steady. Okay, so now as we come to the tricky right hand corner, the hardest corner for me, let's see if something goes down here. I go slow, no problems, and look at this, he bumps me, no harm done, but I push it too hard, I go wide, I go down, my car all the way from 6th, I go all the way to 13th, like the game predicted, and I lose a shitload of positions, and I'm among the slow drivers, and it's no good for me. At this point I was ready to quit, because like I said, whenever I qualify in the top 10 and you go at this point, you go at the bottom of the leaderboard, I just don't want to race. But I was like, let's not mess it up, let's take our time, maybe people will make mistake and we will gain some positions. So now like I said, that French guy, keep an eye out for him. He's a little, 3 cars ahead of us. Probably he's at 9, and now keep an eye out. He's messing with the guy at the 8th, and probably he's gonna go wide at some point, and that's gonna create a lot of problems for him. So now this Mustang went wide, and he had a bad exit. We are right behind him, and he had to brake because of Porsche, and we overtake him from the outside. We had a little bit contact with him, but no harm done, and we are right behind the Porsche. Man, this Porsche looks beautiful in this black color and green spoiler, really pretty. So I come, show my nose. I thought he would overshoot his braking point, but he did not. No problem. I don't do lunges. Now, like I said, that Frenchman went wide, and he's right next to us. Now look, he bumps at us, and he bumps again. Now at this point, he's thinking that I am messing with him. I am trying to, push him off the track. But remember, in last race, he did the same thing. He pushed us out of the track 2 times, and then he tried to pit maneuver us. But for this race, we overtook him for now. And again, like I said, we are ahead of him, and I'm again very nervous that he's right behind us, and we are behind a slower car. And I was thinking that at any point he's gonna do his dirty move, like he's right behind us, and I'm just waiting for his lunge to come at this point. So now as we come for the straight, he's right behind us, we are right behind the Porsche, so we had a little bit of advantage of split stream. And let's see if he would do what we are predicting, a lunge. And here he comes, and here he comes. He lunges, he pushes me wide, and he takes the position back. Now at this point I was really frustrated at him, because I was at 5th, I spun, went all the way back to 13th, gained a few positions, and this guy totally pushes me wide and take a position back, which was totally unfair. But I was okay. I was like, be patient, no worries, take your time. Maybe he will make a mistake again, because he's dirty and he has made 2 mistakes already. So because he's battling with the guy ahead, we are right behind him, and at this point I lunged at him, because if he could do it, I could do it also. And this totally freaks him out. Totally freaks him out. I mean, if you can't take it, don't do it. Why you wanna do it? I mean, seriously. I mean, you're bloody dirty drivers, if you can't take dirty shit, don't do dirty shit. Now, as you can see, he bumped me in this hairpin, and that totally messes with my driving line. I had to go wide, and that didn't offer him any, penalty. Anyway, so we lost again a bunch of position. We end up back at 13, So as we come down to the straight, we will see what happened ahead. Now as we come to the right turn, that Frenchman again goes wide. And he ends up at 11th. Man, seriously, this guy is scary. I am really scared of him. I don't want to mess with him, and you will see what will happen ahead. Now we are right behind him, and he knows that we are coming, and he's ready for us. Now as we come to the straight, we are right behind him, and let's see what happens here. We are in his split stream, and he goes extreme defensive, and he will not do anything shitty. But at this point we had a small contact, and he probably thought that I'm doing something, and he lunges, and he totally bumps into me, and luckily I bumped into the Mercedes ahead, and that saved me. But he bumps into the Mercedes and gets 2-second penalty, and over here he tries to run us off the track again, but luckily this Spanish guy was right next to us, and we got saved, and he got a 1-second penalty. I mean, seriously. Now look at this. Look at behind us. And here he comes, and he bumps me again. I got bumped into Spanish, and he bumps me again. Deliberately he bumps me. We do a 360. He spins out too, and he gets a 7-second penalty at this point. And we are literally at the end of the track where game predicted. I mean, that's amazing how game knew that the shit's gonna hit the fan, But at this point I was so enraged, I just want to quit. But I was like, be calm, be patient. He has a 7-second penalty. Maybe we'll be able to take over him at the penalty zone, maybe. maybe. And I was like, if we could not take him over, I'm gonna bump the shit out of him, because I was really lost at this point. You know, I was literally screaming in my head. So, but I also was worried about my SR. I didn't want it to go down, because otherwise I'll be keep on, you know, getting in races with these kind of players. Now as we come to the straight and for the right corner, we literally take him over at the last 10th of the second of his penalty. And I was so happy. I was so happy, because we were supposed to finish at 15 according to the game. Again and again I'm saying the same thing, but we are at 14. So I'm not losing any points at this point. But again, like I said, he's right behind us, and I'm really scared again, because right now he's probably super angry. He doesn't care about his race. He doesn't care about anything. He's probably in hunting mode and he's gaining for us. And I was really scared. I was pushing my car really hard, but I was also braking at the right point so that I don't mess up. You know, seriously, I brake. I'm looking behind. He's really far behind, so he won't be able to, you know, bump at me. So I go easy. I'm calm. I'm turning my car at right point. I'm turning my car at the right point again, and I'm looking for my braking points, and I'm braking at the right point. Now as we come to the last few corners of the race, I'm looking behind. He's pretty close. He's right under our split stream, but Porsche is a shit car and on the straights, and the Audi is literally the quickest car, one of the quickest cars in the game. I was not afraid. So now as we come to the last corner of the race, of the last lap, I was so calm. I was like, thank God this race ended, and we end up at 14th, all the way from 5th to the 14th. What can you do? But I still ended up above where the game predicted, and I didn't lose any points, and I was pretty much very, very happy. So this week's Delhi Race B is very chaotic, full of dirties. Haven't, you know, anyways guys, I can't speak anymore. If you enjoyed my race, please click the subscribe button and do not forget to comment. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one.